was never really good playing role of the puppet. Too busy being me to be concerned with perception of the public. Everyone is buzzing, but everybody ain't thinking about a budget. I want ownership in something. Niggas get they
News broke a few hours ago that Keefe pleaded not guilty in the murder of Umar. What you think about this?
What do I think about TPD's arrest? I believe TPG is a mule. I believe he's a mule. Even if he wasn't involved. Even if he was involved, TPD is a mule. Tupac was assassinated nearly 30 years ago. So was Big. We already know that both of them were under FBI surveillance before their murder. If you're under FBI surveillance, you know what that means? The FBI know who shot you. They know who shot you.
All right, it's your boy Jim CB, man. We back with another video for the channel. And man, oh man, your boy Dr.Umar Johnson gets straight to it. In his interview with Art of Dialogue, man. Shout out to you gentlemen, man, delivering great content and interviews. But I want to shout out Umar Johnson especially, man, because he gave some thought-provoking insight dealing with the Tupac situation. And he basically says, man, Keefe D is the ultimate fall guy. And he said, you know, when assassinations is done right, basically, it's us. It's us infiltrating us for them, for the government, basically. And now, you know, conspiracy theories are conspiracy theories, but as he said, as everyone has known, as Phil Carson put it out there, that people, the FBI was surveilling the Big E and Pac and Suge Knight and Puff Daddy entourages back in the 90s. And this is long before the hip-hop cops. They were trying to get ahead of some things. And, you know, even going into the era of the hip-hop cops, rappers have always been surveilled. The minute that they started to make money, they started to be surveilled. Especially a gentleman like Tupac, who is a child of the Black Panther Party, or what they would call a Panther baby, a Black Panther baby. I agree with what he's stating, but also I don't want to get away from the fact that, man, Tupac was the gentleman who threw the first punch to land an assault on an active gang member. In Orlando Anderson. With that being said, it shouldn't have cost him his life. It should have been a fair one somewhere down the line, but we know that's not how gangs operate. He put his hands on a hitter. He was the first one to put his hands on that hitter, which led to the whole entire entourage jumping on Orlando Anderson. Now, whether or not Keefe D and Orlando did it, sanctioned it, wherever, the FBI and the government, and we can say that they knew what was going on the whole entire time. He was surveilling this young man. In Vegas, fight night, they were surveilling. Somebody saw something. But Umar Johnson alluded to LAPD being involved in both murders, right? Then this also comes off of things that Gene Deal said, Reggie Wright said, Tupac's father spoke. They were involved somehow, some way. Phil Carson alluded to it. So somebody is dirty. We know about the Rampart scandal and all of those things. We know about these things when it comes to the LAPD. So will we be shocked if people actually buy into and believe this? No, I'm not shocked. At this point, as a Tupac fan, as a Biggie fan, as a hip hop fan, I still don't know what to believe. to be honest, I thought that both of these murders would continue to go unsolved our whole lifetime. The dirt that it would imply, and the dirt that these murders probably actually have on them would probably cripple the entire public and the entire ecosystem of our government. But we know how they move when it comes to assassination attempts. You look at Kennedy, King, Malcolm, I'm sorry. Kennedy, King, Malcolm. Anybody, Medgar Evers, like, we know what this country is capable of. We know why certain things happen. And I shout out to Umar for the way he displayed his knowledge on these issues and on this case. You know, the way that he broke it down and provided educational value. It says a lot about the square that he stands on, even though we've yet to see things from the schools and things like that he promised. But hey, you know, it is what it is. You know, you don't condemn somebody who makes a valid point, so we're gonna stay away from that topic. But what he said, I felt it. I understood it as a fan of the culture, but at the same time, it's going to take a lot to prove that. We can't really necessarily prove that. The evidence doesn't back that. So at the end of the day, whether Keefe D's a fall guy or not, that's all that we have to hang our teeth on or hang our hat on at the end of the day. So that's what the evidence is going to point to. Besides that fact that he's the only one left alive that was in that car or that was on that ride. So he has to take the brunt of that. Now, if you've made statements and things like that to corroborate the story that they're going to run with, then you're going to get the charges that you are given. I don't understand why this man pled not guilty if you on record, Vlad interviews or the dialogue interviews. I think you might have done Cam Capone. I think you might have done numerous platforms to say, hey man, I was connected to this Tupac murder. You wrote a book. You've also stated it on recording your proper agreement. This is all evidence that they may not bring the Greg Kading thing up in court because that probably is illegal that it was taped. But after that, you went on a rampage of just telling the story constantly. And so for that, you have to hold whatever bag it comes with. But I don't disagree entirely with Umar Johnson's sentiments either. It's just a confusing situation, but may Tupac, Biggie, and all those who we have lost rest in peace. Prayers to the families, prayers to who all was involved as far as affected by it, the fans, the friends, the family, the entourage, the people who had to deal with the aftermath of these gentlemen being taken away, who took it the hardest. We're not talking about the perpetrators, the killers. You know, God will find justice for you. The universe will find karma for you. If street justice or the justice system doesn't get to you, you'll find justice. It'll be justice in other ways that none of us have control over. So with that being said, it's Gems TV out, man. Y'all have a blessed one. Live long.
I was never really good playing role of the puppet. Too busy being me to be concerned with perception of the public. Everyone is buzzing, but everybody ain't thinking about a budget. I want ownership in something. Niggas get their wings. I was never really good playing role of the puppet. Too busy being me to be concerned with perception of the public. Everyone is buzzing, but everybody ain't thinking about a budget. I want ownership in something. Niggas get their wings.